What's up, Hacksters? Alex Glow here. You will notice that I am not tiny as usual, but I'm large, and that's for a good reason. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some four amazing musical PCBs. And this is because last Friday on Fundum Friday I told you about Bold Port Club, which is this, monthly subscription thing that I get really excited about every month because they send me a PCB kit and it's so good. And I decided to go back and assemble this musical one, Stringy, which is linked in the description to this video. However, I missed a part of the instructions and forgot about this bit, which is the sort of wire stylus that you use to play it. And so I'd like to rectify that now, but my speaker that I brought in is not working super great. So instead I've got it plugged into these headphones, which are right next to the microphone, and hopefully that'll work and like not make a whole bunch of noise for y'all in the meantime. Anyway, let's try it. So I didn't want to let you all off without a demo, and so I wish that I could say that I have spent hours practicing this and I have got a tune all ready for you, but that is not the case. Let's have a look at the page for this real quick. I just want to show you where to find it. You go to boldport.com /product/stringy, or you just scroll down and there's all these descriptions of the different kits and stuff. You won't believe it's not an actual guitar. That's a lie. I do believe that. I completely believe this is not an actual guitar. But it's got this, pardon me, cool design. That's super neat, and you can read all about it. It's got different function keys. You can change the octave. I'm hoping you can hear this. Wow, that goes really low. Cool. What if we go? Oh yeah, cool. Neat. It's got this whole like resistor ladder effect going on, which is super wonderful. I love resistor ladders. I think that's what's going on. I mean, it looks like it. And then you can push both buttons to change between an electric and an acoustic guitar. Whoa. And then also it'll play a tune if you hold both buttons. Whoa, even that changes octaves. Doesn't it? No. Well, anyway, it's fun to push a bunch of buttons on this thing. It's super cool. This is a Stringy by Boldport. That is our musical PCB number 1. Next up, unplug that in case of any rogue noises. Well, okay, so next up I should play something that I actually have practiced for all of like 10 seconds on. And that is the Fenderino! This is the board that when people come into our office, they're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's an amazing thing called the Fenderino. I'm probably clipping horribly. Let me turn this down a little for you. It's closer to my face than usual, so it's like, when I yell, I really yell. Yeah, this is by David Cuartillas, who is one of the co-founders of Arduino. It's an Arduino Shield. I've got it plugged into an Arduino 101, which is the one with the Intel Curie, rest in peace. And yeah, so there's a bunch of demo code out for this one, and I'm gonna show you what we've got on it. Oh yeah, you can watch the live build of the Stringy by Boldport if you want. It's on YouTube. Got buttons, we got soldering mishaps and cool stuff. Yeah, so the Fenderino, I have an assembly guide up. You can find this guy on YouTube, or on GitHub, also YouTube, but check it out. They got a whole site for it. They have instructions in Spanish because that's its original language. That's right, this is an adorable multilingual board! I love it, and I've actually been translating the example sketches to English. I'm not totally done yet. I wanted to be done for this video, but not quite yet. But it's pretty self-explanatory anyway. There's just like a few of the comments and stuff, and instead of switch, it says interruptor, which can be confusing to some people. And so yeah, I'm trying to get the whole thing translated, but in the meantime, I mean, it's not that intimidating. Just go check out the example code and you'll be able to figure it out. If not, just upload it and see what happens. Yeah! And there's a programming guide as well. I did a little bit of talk about the audio test and stuff on a Hackster thing as well. So you just look up the Fenderino and you will be able to find it. Let me see if I can... We'll see if this works. Oh no. It's a little complex because you only have an octave to work with. Some of the sketches let you actually choose the octave and stuff with the potentiometer. Well, this isn't the one, is it? Nope. Anyway, I forgot which piece of example code I uploaded on here, but you know, you've got a volume knob as well. Super cool. I did a Purple Rain solo on it a few months ago when I put it together. I love this thing, and everyone loves this thing too. So go find the Fenderino if you want a really slick little musical PCB accessory. The third one I thought I gotta point out is Particles, photon-based Xmas tree, and this one is always a little bit iffy to plug in because it's gonna start doing some stuff. They sent these to us over the holiday season. And once it gets started, it is started. You can push buttons and stuff, and it'll like change what it's doing. And oh, why did it stop? I never am able to make it stop when I want it to. Oh, let's restart this, and because it's got like a bunch of different tunes on it, and it's oh my god. Well, now you're not doing the thing. Oh, okay, it's doing the thing. This one you can't play, per se, but it's sort of, you know, you put it in the corner and it does its own thing. It's also got a mustache on it for some reason. I think that's somebody's signature. Super cute. There we go, yeah. Oh yeah, and you can hook it up to an Electron as well if you need it to be, like, cellular powered. This has its own GitHub page, and these sweet little dot star APA 102 LEDs around the edge. Oh boy. So maybe we'll program something up with that just in time for the next holiday season or whatever. Let's take a look at their page for it. Here's like, you know, the first sort of really simple assembly. It's really basic. You just like put the photon in. You can program it using their online IDE, and you plug the whole thing into a breadboard so that it stands up. Yeah. Check out the GitHub particle-iot/xmastree for all the info on that. Yeah. And then finally, I couldn't find actually a page for this, but TinyCircuits put together an adorable little piano PCB that I've featured a few times on here, but never in like the context of a bunch of musical PCBs. I'm gonna turn this into a blog post, but I want to do a visual for y'all with all the demos. I'm amazed that they don't like celebrate this thing more because it does a ton of stuff. Like, first off, it does that amazing little scale that you heard. Wait. Anyway, it kind of sounds like bagpipes to me because it has all that, like, you know, I don't know. But if you touch the on-off switch, it changes octaves. They've got all this, like, these crazy smart little features built into this tiny thing so they don't have to have a million, like, inputs and outputs and stuff. And I think there's another spot you can touch it that, like, also makes it go, like, an octave higher. And I always forget what that is. But, yeah, it's a really cool, cute little PCB, you know, black and gold and white. It's very classy. And it's got, ooh, my. And it's got these little screws with nuts that hold it up so that it really sits on you like a little piano. It's so adorable. I just love the design on this thing. And so yeah, those are today's show and tell musical PCBs. Fenderino from David Cortiez, the Stringy from Boldport, in collaboration with MadLab, who is another creative PCB design group. So it's an adaptation of their I think it's called like Funky Guitar or something like that board. But you can find more about that on the Boldport page. And then the Particle X Mystery, which once you get it started, well, I did make it stop pretty easily, but like anyway, it can be tough. Go forth and make your own musical PCBs. I'm really excited to see more of these, and I'm secretly plotting to build my own at some point, but that'll have to wait for another show. Watch out for the blog post. It's just going to be basically like links to this and descriptions and stuff, but in a more sort of reader shareable format. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.